It's Vicki Rude with Mindful Minute, and today is January 13th. I am reading out of the Book of Awakening. Why we need each other. A blind child guided by his mother admires the cherry blossom. Kikakou. Who knows what a blind child sees of blossoms or songbirds? Who knows what any of us sees from the privacy of our own blindness? And make no mistake, each of us is blind in a particular way, just as each of us is sighted uniquely. Consider how each of us is blinded by what we fear. If we fear heights, we are blind to the humility vast perspectives bring. If we fear spiders, we are blind to the splendor and danger of webs. If we fear small spaces, we are blind to the secrets of sudden solitude. If we fear passion, we are blind to the comfort of oneness. If we fear change, we are blind to the abundance of life. If we fear death, we are blind to the mystery of the unknown. And since to fear something is thoroughly human, to be blind is unavoidable. It is what each of us must struggle to overcome. With this in mind, Kikakou's little poem serves as an internal parable. For in the course of our lives, we all stumble and struggle repeatedly in and out of relationship and in and out of grace of the hidden wholeness of life. It is in part why we need each other, for often our relationships help us experience the oneness of things. We do this in the course of our lives by taking turns being the blind child, the loving guide, and the unsuspecting blossom, never knowing which we are called to be until we've learned what we are to learn. The activities are: 1. Close your eyes and repeat Kikakou's haiku 3 times, and each time identify with a different position. The first time, breathe slowly and become the blind child admiring the blossoms he or she can't see. The second time, breathe deeply and become the loving other, guiding his or her blind child to a beauty they can share but never experience the same way. And the third time, breathe without thinking and become the cherry blossom itself that stops both those who can see and those who cannot. And we do have so many blind spots. I know I personally have a lot of blind spots, and I usually, obviously, because they're a blind spot, don't think about the other side of it. And that's what in this reading really stood out for me. So if we fear heights, we are blind to the humility of vast perspectives. I mean, how many times, because of my fear, am I held back from something that's beautiful or awesome or life-changing, right? Something I have to learn. So I guess that's why people come in and out of our lives. I am convinced of that. I'm convinced of when you have a friend, don't you love those friends that make you see things differently? It was funny because I was talking with my very, very best friend, and she was telling me something, and I said, that just blew my mind. I've never thought of it that way. And it's why we can't be alone, right? Because when we're alone all the time, and yes, we can be alone. We certainly can. But for too long, we need each other because we need to discover different things and different ways of looking at things. And when we do that, life can be so much more beautiful, and we get to be able to see things from a different perspective because we are all blind to things. I know that I am. I know that I'm blind to so many things because I have this preconceived notion. I have this agreement that it is what it is. And most definitely and most certainly it isn't that way, at least to somebody else. So my goal today is to have an open mind and to see things from different perspectives, and I encourage you to do the same. And do the Kikakou's haiku from all the different perspectives. And I hope that opens your heart a little bit. Have a wonderful day. visit my website at vickyrude.com and